How are you, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Chineye and this is Ejaba to Farms. So what do we do here? We discuss how to make a profitable venture from catfish farming and pig farming. Alright? So for today, I'll be showing you one of the various ways to make money from catfish farming. And one of these ways is catfish smoking. The good thing is that you don't even have to be a catfish farmer for you to be in this business. Okay? Now this is a catfish, a well-dried catfish. As you know, catfish can either be cooked or smoked. And when you cook it, you can use it to prepare your nsala soup, that's white soup, your catfish pepper soup. Okay? But when you dry it like this or smoke it, that is preserving it by reducing the moisture content. You can use it to prepare your soups of various type, your onubu, nsala, edikaiko, draw soup, obono, okra, all types. And you agree with me that these soups are consumed on a daily basis, not just in Nigeria, but across and beyond Africa. Okay, so as you can see, this is a well-dried catfish. Very delicious, very nutritious, packed with healthy fat, protein, and then energy, omega-3, and all forms of nutrients. Okay, how well it moves, how well you are patronized, depends on how well you prepare yours. There are people that does it anyhow they want. They used to do it anyhow they want, and I call those people that want to eat their tomorrow at once. Why? Because the people that will patronize you tomorrow, people that will refer their loved ones, their colleagues to you, will not buy from you if you're not doing it well. If they buy once, they will not patronize you again. But when you're doing it well, even when yours is more pricier than the ones in the market, trust me, they will be calling you. Okay? Now just this, if you put it in the soup, your soup will catch fire. It will be, trust me, this is one of the major secrets to a well-tasty meal. A well-tasty native meal. Achieved it, then you have to watch this video to the very end. Alright? Thank you. Now the first thing is to harvest your catfish. This ones here has already been sorted. As you can see, they are of the same size. And these are the size you want to smoke. Remember, you don't have to feed them 24 hours before harvesting, because they will vomit the food and it will end up being a waste. The feed will most likely not digest. And if you're not a catfish farmer, you're not into catfish farming, you just want to buy from catfish farmers and smoke, ensure you buy the healthy ones that are still alive. If you buy the dead ones, the ones that are no longer good, if you smoke it, it will taste bad and people will not patronize you. So go for the good ones. You should also decide the type you want to dry. Is it the one that you fold into O shape, or the one that you should be cut? If it's the O shape type, then the melon size and the smaller size is the best for it. Okay, now this size you are seeing now will be folded into O shape. Okay, so decide the one that should be dried and the one that move faster in your location. Now, if you're not a catfish farmer, you should also be aware that the prices are different. As the sizes are different, so also is the prices. So ensure you do your market survey very well and know the one that is most preferable in your location. As much as this size is best for smoking, bigger size can equally be smoked. Just that as bigger it is, the longer it will also take to dry. So that's why it's better for one to go for smaller size when folding this type, so as to ensure that it's completely dried and so lasts longer. But if you want to fold the bigger size, just make sure that it will not last too long. You don't keep it for too long. If you want to smoke this size, don't keep it for several months, okay? The best way to dry this very size is to cut it, okay? Cut it into 3 to 4 pieces or even more, depending on how you want it to be, okay? After harvesting it, put it in a large bowl like this. Pour a generous amount of salt in it and cover it. When you cover it, make sure you drop a heavy object on the cover, okay? In our case, we put our own in a bag. In this fish feed bag you just saw now, we put our own there, pour a generous amount of salt in it, and then tied the bag. Leave it for about 40 minutes. After about 40 to 50 minutes, you can now pour it out. After then, you will notice that the slimy layer is now out and visible. So you wash it out very well. This very step is very important and is known as desliming. Desliming can make the whole process simplified. The aroma and the taste will also be preserved. The unpleasant smell of the catfish will also be washed off and the aroma will improve. So here we are trying to wash off the slime, okay? So you can use sponge to ensure that you wash it very well. This is the second time I'm washing it. As you know, the body is very slimy, and with the sponge I can be able to hold it very well, knowing that it's not completely dead. Now the next step is to soak the fish in a salt water. Remember, the previous step is to bring out the slimy layer, while this method, known as brining, is to marinate the fish to improve the taste of the fish. This can also help to preserve it for a longer time. So soak it for like about 15 to 20 minutes before bringing it out, okay? Now the next step is for us to prepare our surface, okay? This is our surface. This is the knife, the paper, the book. I'm sure you're wondering what this one is for. Now this is our oven. Now there are many ways people use to dry fish. While some use the traditional method of firewood, this contains a high level of PAH, that is polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon, which is very toxic to human health. However, you will still see some people telling you that they have been eating that type of fish since birth and nothing has happened to them. So it's late for you to choose that which is healthy or the ones you feel that people prefer, okay? Now the next one is gas, which I find very easy to use as all you have to do is to light up your gas and your fish will start smoking. But here we are using charcoal to power our oven. All right, so this is our oven. This is the rack where we'll place our fish. Now the next step is for you to prepare your surface. Make sure you wash it very, very well. One thing you will not want close to your catfish is sand. This catfish, when dried, can be very appetizing that a client will want to munch on it even before taking it home. So imagine when they eat it and they taste sand. It can be very embarrassing. So gently put the tail of the catfish into the mouth, okay? And then using this paper to stuff it inside. Use it to hold the tail in the mouth. Why some people use toothpick to hold theirs, I find this method very easy, okay? So if you want to smoke the table size ones, remember you have to cut those ones. Use a sharp knife. My knife here is not sharp, so I have to sharpen it my own way. Okay? Remember, we don't want sand, any form of sand, close to our catfish. So cut it. You can decide to add a little flesh to the head or not. Do not slice it very thin, because after drying it, it will be smaller, okay? So please don't cut it too small. Then cut the tail. Don't cut it out completely. Fold it, okay? And then wash it. And wash your surface too. Wash it out. Now these ones that are cut will take a shorter time to dry. This is because they are smaller. So place your folded catfish on the rack and ensure they are not touching themselves. Just give it about 1 inch space. Space it out about 1 inch. Now at this time, some people used to rub oil on the rack before placing the catfish, but I don't see this as being necessary because catfish usually produces oil. The only thing you have to do is to space it out. As you can see, I gave enough space. Ensure that none is touching another, so that when you want to collect it, it will not be wahala. So prepare your smoker. Prepare your smoker, pour, and then light it up. You can fan it so that it can easily spray across. So our fish are patiently waiting to get smoked. They don't have choice. Why our smoker is heating up. Now ensure that the smoker is completely heated up before putting it in the oven. Okay? Don't put it in the oven when it's still filled with smoke, because this can make your catfish to be bitter. Okay? It will be tasting somehow. As you can see, our catfish is getting smoked. A whole lot of moisture, but we are making progress. Okay? So check out our smoker. You'll see that it's heating up. Ensure that your smoker is on steady heat. Okay? Because sometimes you will feel that it's on heat, not knowing that the light is out, and your catfish can get cold and gradually start getting bad. I'm sure you wouldn't want that. So to avoid that, make sure you constantly check on your smoker and also go for a quality charcoal. Iron charcoal is usually the best. So if you know how to identify iron charcoal, give us hints on the comment section, okay? Let's learn from each other. As I said earlier, there are some charcoals that you will buy. Come back in the next few minutes, the light is off. It will keep stressing you. As you can see, our catfish is getting cooked. It's not completely dried here, but we are making progress. So check it out. Can you see? Very easy to remove. So there is no point rubbing oil on the rack. So ensure it's well spaced. Chicken. So turn it to the other side. So this is about 48 hours later. Now we can go ahead and remove the paper, the one we used to hold the tail to the mouth. You can remove it gradually, okay? Don't let your catfish get well dried completely with the paper. It will not be easy to remove again. It's dried now, but not completely. So check out our cut type. Just place this that is not completely dry. Use it to eat abacha. Abacha for high table men. African salad. So you can use this one to prepare vegetable with onion and fresh pepper with okpaka. Oh God. Foodie like me, oh. After eating it, you will become meek so as to inherit the earth. So this is the head. Very, very tasty in your soup. Why you see some people saying no, they prefer the flesh, the round also, that they don't want the head as it's all bony. Some of us wey sabi knows that the head is a bonus for our onubu and ora soup. So this is the third day. As you can see, it's completely dried. As I've said earlier, this is very nutritious and very healthy. A lot of people are reducing their red meat intake, and this is a very good option as it is low in calories, rich in calcium, iron, mineral, phosphorus, and rich in protein. So sometimes you see some people saying they prefer fish from natural lake or river. These are people that have not tasted a well-prepared catfish from a pond. I had no intention of drying catfish yet because I wanted my order to be much before drying. But the people that have these ones were not having it. So I have to dry this and settle them. As you can see, this is very neat, export standard, and very, very tasty. This can last for 3 months and can last longer if you keep it refrigerated. So if you notice, I didn't degauss this. I didn't remove the guts inside because I know that people I'm selling it to will consume it within that space. So after that, I went ahead to measure my fish using my electronic scale. While doing that, ensure you remove the weight of whatever you are placing your fish on before measuring it. Like I said earlier, you can actually start up this business even though you're not a catfish farmer. All you have to do is to buy from catfish farmers, dry it yourself like I just showed you. Calculate your money for your charcoal, your labor, delivery, Ziploc bag and all that, and then you add your profit. Chicken. So I'm sure by now you must have known the way to dry your catfish. I'm sure you gained value. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Chineye. See you in my next video. Bye for now.